everybody, Orphan here, and welcome to Dear Esther, a game I have never played before but have heard plenty about. This is made by the Chinese Room, who I know the Chinese Room that they made Amnesia Machine for Pigs, and a game that came out very recently called, what was it, Still Wakes the Deep or something, which, those are horror games from what I understand. This is not a horror game. From what I understand, that this is sort of the grandfather of walking simulator games. It's a lot of walking simulator games, I think, from what I understand, either took inspiration from Dear Esther, or just that Dear Esther was like the first, or one of the first. It's also, there's a landmark edition, which, I believe the original game was made on, was it the Half-Life 2 engine? I don't remember. I don't know. With the little research I've done. I haven't played this game. I've just heard about it. I know it's walking simulator. It's on a story, and it's about 2 hours long, from what I've heard. So, let's begin, because I have no idea what to expect. So yes, I know director's commentary is a thing. So, the lighthouse, which I assume that's the first chapter, so let's begin.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here anymore. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly, and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
Okay. We're just here. I will go drown myself. Game? You're supposed to stop me. Game. Game. Why am I allowed to do this? Why am I allowed to just walk in the water like that? Without... Okay. Well... That's interesting. Okay. Why was I allowed to do that? Nope. Oh, wait. Okay. Let's see. Wow. Creepy old animatics. Interesting. Where... So, we're... trying to go to that... We're gonna go to that lighthouse, apparently. And if it gets dark, it's automatically turned to the flashlight. Okay. Let's start heading to the lighthouse. Looks really nice, though. Like, where? Whoa. That wind blowing was cool. Oh my god, that was so cool. Eh. There we go.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later.
Okay.
The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Oh, there I go. Bye. Slipping down. Yep. No way to go through the cave and no way around there. I guess I'll just go on the beach. So just go on the beach. Are these, fishing cages? I don't know. I'm no fisher. I don't know shit about fishing. Oh, and then you can come down here.
Those islands in the distance, I am sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
Okay, so as we're going on, we're definitely reading something. Like part of it's a letter to Esther, it seems, at the beginning. But now it's talking about diaries, so interesting. Let's head up here. God, that wind effect is really good. The wind effect is really good. It's something I don't see a lot in games is wind. There's like wind effects like that.
By the weak afternoon sunlight, he landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend, but then he didn't have my reasons.
What are your reasons? God, I just love the effects that they've done with, like, from the walking effects to the wind and the grass, everything.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath.
That's what that is, okay.
You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid, or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
We are not like Lot's wife, you and I. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Yeah. It looks like in the game it's gonna, like, thunderstorm, which is funny because it's actually thunderstorming right now. So if you hear that in the background, yeah, sorry, it's thunderstorming right now. At least it was when I started recording. It'd be crazy if it stopped like 5 minutes after I started. That'd be funny. Oh, into the ocean cave. Oh. Okay, he's gotta have something to say
Dear
about
Esther,
that boat, right? Yeah.
I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect with one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
There's a lighthouse. What am I hearing?
I would leave you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff and beach.
What?
I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted, and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
A lobster? Oh. Cave paintings, whoa. It looks cool. looks super interesting. Very pretty. Wait, I just looped back around on myself? Wait. I did. Hold on, I did just loop back around on myself. Hold on. You go this way and you follow the path down, which it loops. Why does this path loop down? Okay. Yeah, it loops back around. Ooh, that music's real nice. Oh, because there's a path over here, and you don't... That's actually really good game design, where it's like, oh, there's this path here. You don't initially see it because you're coming up this way, and your focus is on the cave. And then when you get turned around in the cave, you see this path over here. That's actually good game design. That actually makes a ton of sense. Because how they somehow, like, seamlessly loop that here. Oh, a radio tower over there. At least I think it's a radio tower. Ooh. Chinese room and its music. Always really good. Like, really good.
He still maintains he wasn't drunk, but tired. I can't make the judgment or the distinction anymore. I was drunk when I landed here, and tired too. I walked up the cliff path in near darkness and camped in the bay where the trawler lies beached. It was only at dawn that I saw the bothy and decided to make my temporary lodgings there. I was expecting just the aerial and a transmitter stashed in a weatherproof box somewhere on the mount. It had an air of uneasy permanence to it. Like all the other buildings here, erosion seems to have evaded it completely.
Are you sure those buildings in the beginning seem to have eroded pretty well? Oh. Chemistry and something else. Some other book. Huh. But yeah, music is really good. The only other game by the Chinese room I played is Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, and the music in that game is freaking phenomenal. So yeah, it's no wonder the music is really good. It is no wonder that the music here is really good. Wow, I like this scenery of just looking back here and we see all the rocks, which interesting formation that they're in, and then that rock up there. I like that. It's really nice. Oh, loading. I guess that was the first chapter.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Yeah. What are you looking for, man? Whoa. So there's a left side and a right. Huh. Oh, it's glowing yellow now? I don't think it's the same radio tower. What is that down there? It's interesting. I could have gone up the cliffs here, or I could have walked down here. I wonder if the cliffs just trailed down here. I don't know. Ooh, this piano is really nice. whoa. What was that? I swear I saw like a person walking down that cliff over there. Okay, it didn't say that this was a horror game. I swear it didn't say it was a horror game. But now I'm kind of freaked out. What the heck? Oh god, this piano! Fuck, that's so good. Okay, I can't really go much further than this. Actually, I can. I can go way down over here. I swear there was like a figure walking on the cliffs over there. I swear.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
What is the symbol? Oh, does that say something? And neither did he eat nor drink. Okay. I guess we're going up the cliffs, up that path over there. That chair from the boat, from one of the boats here. In case you're wondering, there is no run button. It will not let me run. That's not a thing. It is literally walking. So, yeah. So, in case you're wondering. Again, with that wind, the wind effect. I cannot stop praising the graphics and the sound effects and the music of this game. It's really good. Really good. Still haven't gotten quite a grasp on the story just yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because it's a Chinese room. I know them from Machine for Pigs has some pretty big writing. Like, this very, like... Oop, jeez. Like...
An imagined answer phone
long-winded.
message. The tires are flat, the wheel spins loosely, and the brake fluid has run like ink over this map, staining the landmarks and rendering the coastline mute, compromised. Where you saw galaxies, I saw only bruises cut into the cliff by my lack of sobriety.
Okay, so that was a dead end. Which is fine, it gave a really good view. I wonder, are we gonna try to go there? Are we trying to find some way to go there and we're taking all these different ways around, or what? I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. Ooh, look at the rays of the sun coming through the clouds there. Oh, that looks really good. Wait. Oh! Oh, look, there's a path over to the right I didn't see. Oh, okay. I don't expect there to be fall damage or anything. I don't... There's a path over to the right I didn't see. Okay. Okay, that explains that. That explains where I have to go. It's funny, there's like... The game doesn't directly tell you where to go, but it gives enough... like, there's enough hints in the environment as to where you have to go. To be
I
like,
had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Huh. Opaqued by the car of a drunk. If it's a letter Esther, oh God, opaque. That's a fucking word. Am I reading that right? That Esther died in the crash of a drunk while, you know, driving while in the seat of the car with a drunk driver, or was hit by a drunk driver? Am I reading that right?
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Huh. Directly telling you, hey, the path is if you look down. But if you look up, you can just see... just see the house, which looks cool. Neat. All up to the house up there.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians.
That is a fucking
He was
person!
not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders.
Oh my God, I'm not crazy.
He came here every summer whilst building the bothy,
That might have been a plan.
eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
Hello? Ghost? Hello, ghost?
Inventory. A trestle table we spread wallpaper on in our first home. A folding chair. I laughed at you for bringing camping in the lakes. I was uncomfortable later and you laughed then. This diary, the bed with the broken springs. Once asleep you have to remember not to dream. A change of clothes. Donnelly's book, stolen from Edinburgh Library on the way here. I will burn them all on the last morning and make an area of my own.
Why are you burning that stuff? Okay, what's in this little shack over here? Shed, I don't know. It looks like something was burned here. Yeah, when I saw the figure of that figure, which I seen that figure there, I was like, is that a person? Kind of looks like it looks like a figure of a person. I was like, maybe it's some sort of plant, and then it moves, and it's like, nope, that was right, that's the figure. Okay, that's the figure. I think this game isn't a horror game. I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh God. Let's follow the cliff instead of falling
Jakobsen's
down.
ribcage, they told Donnelly, was deformed. The result of some birth defect or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come.
Yep.
Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose.
Huh.
His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
Okay. And oh jeez. It's another cave we go, oh boy. Unless there is kind of a path over to the right, isn't there?
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline,
What's this music?
drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the Bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Oh, and then the creepy-ass music. Stop! It's great. Creepy-ass music. That was creepy. Oh my god, that music was so creepy. Oh, yep. Guess he wasn't wrong about being injured.
From here, this last time, I have understood there is no turning back. The torch is failing along with my resolve. And hear the singing of the sea creatures from the passages above me, and they are promising the return of the gulls.
Whoa, this looks so pretty. Whoa. So he slipped and fell all the way down here. Wow. That's so pretty. We have to crouch to get through. Look at this, it's so pretty, but also don't eat these, because anything glowing and bright in nature is usually poisonous. So don't eat those. Don't even touch them. Really. Oh god. Don't eat the mushrooms. I see what they're doing. They're doing the,
As if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
just that candle in the middle there looks so, lighting up the room. Oh my god, that looks so cool. I see what they're doing. They're doing it again, where there's this path that loops all the way around, so that you can see the other path that goes over here. I just happened to be looking that. I just happened to look that way and noticed it. Whoa! Oh my god. That is so pretty. I wonder if there's like caves. I know there's probably some like underground cave systems that look at least somewhat similar to this. I wonder. Because there's a lot of... And look at the way the water flows. Oh, it's so pretty. This game is so pretty. Alright, down to the water we go. Swim, pal, swim. Do not drown. Oh, look, it's in the water. Look at the water effects. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, this game is so beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god, this would be so tough to climb in real life. If you're climbing up this steep cliff with water there, you're gonna be all slippery. Oh jeez. god, water effects are so cool. Oh my god, these look so pretty. Look so goddamn pretty. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, we're over here now. Oh my god, we just looped around there. We just climbed up. Wow. Holy! Wow. That's so pretty. I know I'm just saying the same shit over and over, but it really is goddamn pretty. It really is. Like, it really is pretty. Even this shiny, like, texture on the walls. That, like, you could tell it looks wet on the walls and everything, the way that they designed it. Oh my god. You know, a little bit of water leaking through, dripping through the ceiling. Oh my god. Okay.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
So we're underground and most of the island's underwater? Interesting. Oh my god, there are so many different ways to go here. Holy crap. There was like three or four different paths there. Oh my god. I wonder if they all looped around to go up here. And they definitely probably loop around to reach where you have to go. This is probably, I think this might be where I have to go, actually. Huh. But like you can go different ways and it'll probably loop around here. Whoa. What the? What is this? What is all the shiny rocks? Looks so goddamn pretty.
When I was coming round from the operation, I remember the light they shone in my eyes to check for pupil contraction. It was like staring up at a moonlit sky from the bottom of a well. People moved at the summit, but I could not tell if you were one of them.
Huh. Oh, what the? Behold, Damascus is taken? Or Damascus has taken? Interesting. What the Why are there so many cave paintings here in this glowy blue stuff? What the heck? What the heck? There's this. It's some sort of plant. What? Now they're all dangling from there? What the heck? So pretty. In fact, I'm so captivated by the caves and everything. What was the story again? No, I remember. Like, okay, operation to... Again, this looks so pretty. I can't stop gushing over it. Seems like he had an operation to get rid of some kidney stones. Oh god, at least I think it's kidney stones from what I've been able to infer. Oh my god, we're gonna walk out from the waterfall. we just slip into the hole. What the Okay, this is a dream sequence, obviously. Holy. Oh, I can swim by. Yeah, car accident. That probably killed Esther. Okay. It's the music. We fell from there. Oh, jeez. Look at the way that the water's going. Oh my god. Oh god, there's our hole to fall down. Okay. Just a little drop. It's just a little drop. Uploading. That was so pretty. And now we're back out here. Cool. Oh, look at the moon. Right, it was starting to become dark out when we went into the caves, and then now it's dark out. I'm absolutely listening to a soundtrack after this. I'm absolutely going to be
I
listening to a soundtrack.
sat here and watched two jets carve parallel white lines into the sky. They charted their course, and I followed them for 21 minutes until they turned off near Sanford and were lost. If I were a gull, I would abandon my nest and join them. I would starve my brain of oxygen and suffer delusions of transcendence. I would tear the bottom from my boat and sail across the motorways until I reached this island once again.
Oh, down here, hold on. I know it wants to continue over that way. I want to go out here. Oh my god, I love that you can do this. Look at this! Oh my god. Why does this game so goddamn pretty? I mean, it's a walking simulator game. It should be pretty. Oh my god. Oh, there's another figure of a person again. Hi. I'm glad this ain't a horror game or I'd be more freaked out.
We shall begin to assemble our own version of the North Shore. We will scrawl in dead languages and electrical diagrams and hide them away for future theologians to muse and mumble over. We will send a letter to Esther Donnelly and demand her answer. We will mix the paint with ashes and tarmac and the glow from our infections. We will paint a moon over the Sanford Junction and blue lights falling like stars along the hard shoulder.
There's a cave up there? Looks like a cave up here. Hold on. They're still up there. That figure is still up there. What is this? Oh. What the... What the heck? What the heck was that doing in there? Okay. Oh, photo over here. Oh, thanks, creepy music. Yeah, that does. But I was saying that creepy music is appropriate because it kind of looks like someone in a mask. Maybe they got like stuff sticking out of them, so it makes me think they're wearing a mask. This ain't a horror game, right? I keep questioning it from time to time where it's like, this ain't a horror game. I'm pretty sure it's not a horror game. Also, we actually are nearing that. Actually are nearing the Rita Tower. Oh, jeez. Oh, yep. This dude is seeing stuff that reminds him of the accident and stuff. And the surgery he had to undergo. That's what that was. That's why he's there. He's just... There's no way the stuff is actually on the island. He's just seeing it. It's gotta be.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
What am I hearing?
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats.
Oh.
I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail.
Oh.
Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic. And I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Okay. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. What the heck are eggs doing in there? What the heck? What the heck? Up we go. Yep, this is gonna... I see. It's leading to a path that'll lead all the way up there. It'll lead all the way up there. Something tells me that's our final destination. Is the radio tower. That's what I'm thinking.
Drag my leg behind me. I will drag it like a crumpled hatchback, tires blown and sparking across the dimming lights of my vision. I'm running out of painkillers and am following the flicker of the moon home. When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they restarted his heart with the jump leads from a crumpled hatchback. It took 21 attempts to convince it to wake up.
21 attempts and 21 letters. Interesting. Hello, figure of person. I swear if you disappear, because I'm going down here, and then you're gone. Okay. Maybe they'll disappear when I get around over there, because like they're out of view.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber.
And the figures
pulp
on.
vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
And as he was proceeding on his journey, oh, and there's more to read up there. Oh, geez. Okay, mouse. Okay, my mouse is a little bit stuck on something. I don't know what's going on there. Oh. And something and has come near God. Damascus? I don't know. I don't know what that's. And he was.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I.
And he was 3 days.
Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
And he was 3 days without sight, and neither did he eat nor drink. Interesting. Oh my god, this here with the light here, oh my god, that's so pretty. I can't get over how pretty this game is. The game's got excellent lighting and aesthetic and just everything. That's really good. Up we go. Hello, music.
Bent back like a nail, like a hangnail, like a drowning man clung onto the wheel, drunk and spiraled, washed onto the lost shore under a moon as fractured as a shattered wing. We cleave, we are flighted, suspended, these wretched painkillers, this form inconstant. I will take flight, I will take flight.
With him saying he will take flight, I'm very scared as to what he's gonna do at the top of this. If I'm reading this right. Buddy? Do not jump off the radio tower, I swear to God. And it came to pass that as I travel my journey, train my journey, I can't tell. And was some until the God.
Come back.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, you can die. Oh God. Die from falling off a cliff once. Yeah, thanks! I was trying to read that. It's really hard to read that.
He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all.
Huh?
He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jakobsen back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
That is me. That were came unto. Whoa. Oh my god, you hear the wind rattling the fence. Jeez. That's some excellent sound design. Holy. Up here we go.
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air.
That's what I thought. Oh god. Were you the one that crashed into Esther? Killing her?
Dear Esther,
And now you feel guilty?
I have
Oh
burnt
god.
my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Oh god. Not how I expect this game to end! I mean, to be fair, I didn't know what I was getting into with this game, but oh god. Oh god. What was that? What was that? I could hear whispering back. Whoa.
come back.
Whoa. Okay, that was a pretty game. Finish chapter of the beacon. Wow, okay. Just 1 second. Oops. No. Thank you, dear Esther. Interesting, okay. So, a little bit of thoughts. The game is very pretty. Very pretty. Like, the island is incredibly beautiful. The music was amazing. That was something, right? That was something I really liked about that. As for the story, I'm not sure I fully understood all of that. It's one of those things where it feels like the writing is a little too flowery. I guess that might be the right word. That it could be a little bit difficult to understand. I think I got some ideas of the gist of it. I think our main character, whoever we are, which according to that achievement, it said Paul. Damn, it might be Paul. Ended up killing Esther in a driving accident, it seems. And then maybe he feels guilty and that's why he kills himself at the end there. I don't know if I'm reading that right. Right? I'm not quite sure I fully understood the story. Based on 2007 mod, yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Like, I'm not sure I fully understood the story. I'm gonna look something up real quick here. Yeah, I think I got it. I think, yeah, either our narrator killed Esther in an accident, feels guilty, that's why he killed himself, or someone else that he talked about did, but he still feels guilty about it, and that's why he kills himself by the end. It's a lot of flowery words to go through. Honestly, a really simple story. It really is simple. Esther died in a car accident, and our narrator feels guilty about it, and that's why he kills himself by the end of this game. It is a surprisingly simple story that uses a lot of flowery words to get its point across. It's a little, which I mean, you think I'd be used to that with like Amnesia Machine for Pigs, because Amnesia Machine for Pigs use some pretty big and flowery words sometimes, but that one makes a lot more sense and works a lot better with it. There's a lot more, it's a lot easier to explain and understand. This one is a lot harder to understand with its flowery words, I think. But if this was like the Chinese room's like first game or whatnot, and from what I've seen them, do with like Amnesia Machine for Pigs, I think like they've gotten better at their writing. If this was their first game, I could tell. I think I could tell it was the first game from their writing. It's a little too flowery in its language for such a honestly really simple story. But yeah, this game was really beautiful. Music was pretty. That was great. Like, it is a good game. I'm not entirely sure if it's a game I can recommend people exactly play it's one of those games where maybe I would recommend, you know, where I could say, hey, maybe you'd rather watch someone else play it, you know, instead, because I'm not sure about everyone wanting to play this game. It's funny, it's one of those games I can have a hard time recommending. As stands, I still think it's good, but, you know, for what it is and the fact that it's like the grandfather of a lot of walking simulator games, it clearly does a lot to establish the genre pretty much. And, like, I feel like Dear Esther is good and important because it was the first. And because it was the first in a lot of places, it gets a lot of credit because it was the first. And it's still okay, right? It's still okay. Because this game was apparently made in 2007. I was like, oh yeah, this is very 2007. Like, yes, this is very 2007 already. At least to some extent. Like, yeah. This is definitely a game that I would say was made for its time period. And so many other walking simulator games and whatnot have come out since then that it's hard to go back to Dear Esther and whatnot. Dear Esther and, you know, fully see its merits, fully see how good it is. The praise for Dear Esther, I feel like, comes from the fact that it was the first in a lot of ways, but so many improvements have happened afterwards. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this this playthrough of Dear Esther. If there's any reason you would want to play the game yourself, it would probably be for the director's commentary, which I will probably end up going through on my own time at some point. But yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you have a good day.